Latke. Closing with that is very strong. But I am here today to talk to you about the attributes of a great dish, a noble dish, that is the Hamantashen. And I mean no disrespect to the Latke. I love the Latke. Although I might take issue with Professor Gilman's claim to it being a healthy food, it is also a very good dish, and one that I do like to enjoy all year round. It has many fine attributes. But I'm going to speak to you about a noble food. Some have called it the king of symbolic, mythologically oriented, holiday-related food. In fact, people enjoy Hamantashen so much that in the vernacular, the singular Hamantash has virtually disappeared, proving that you can't eat only one. And of the many great attributes of the Hamantash, or Hamantashen, I decided to select just one to emphasize to you tonight, and that is its versatility. Because in addition to it being a noble food, it is also a versatile one. And there are three aspects of its versatility that I will be talking to you about tonight. So number one, culinary versatility. And I want you to know that everything that you are about to hear is 100% true, no matter how shocking it might sound. And I have a number of facts that will indeed shock you. So first, there's the structural foundation of the Hamantash. Traditionally, the three outer side walls, 1, 2, 3, are based on cookie, and the inside on whatever you want. That looks like a nice jam Hamantashen, cosmic jam. That's being inserted. I'm not sure what this is. Are they fighting each other? Is that
yeah, but the Hamantashen always wins.
So
goodbye.
There are, traditionally, it's filled with poppy seeds, dates, jam, more recently chocolate. But because of its versatility, you can fill it with virtually anything. I've seen Velveeta, sour cream and bacon bits, or even a Hamantashen, or Hamantash, filled with other Hamantashen.
Whoa,
Little known fact, healthy Hamantashen can also be made using celery sticks for the walls instead of cookies, and raisins as a filling. Now, how do I know this? This is a true story, because one day my daughter came home from school with just such a Hamantash, the least delicious looking, dare I say the only non-delicious looking Hamantashen I have ever seen. She called it, according to her teachers, a go-food Hamantashen. I call it an abomination and a travesty, and the sullying of the otherwise good name of the Hamantashen. But that is an exception. Other examples of its versatility abound. New York Magazine recently featured an article about a pastry chef in Brooklyn who specializes in pastry dough Hamantashen with foie gras filling. Some such Hamantashen can fetch prices upwards of $100. And it should be noted that this baker also prepares special Doggentashen treats, and Natalie Portman has recently been seen feeding them to her chihuahua. Another example of its culinary and structural versatility, Hamantashen make delicious food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I have specific examples. For example, last Purim, Dunkin' Donuts in Israel introduced the new breakfast sandwich made of donut batter and filled with sausage, egg, and cheese. This is true. For casual lunch, none other than the celebrity chef Barefoot Contessa did a show on lobster Hamantashen pairs, in which one was filled with lobster, the other one dipping butter, and you would take the lobster from one Hamantashen and dip it in the other one full of butter. It's perfect for entertaining discerning guests on any picnic in the Hamptons or boat ride in Long Island Sound, as any Barefoot Contessa fans out there know she is apt to do. And for dinner, Hamantashen are for more than just dessert. They've been used as a pizza, pasta, or salad topping. or even as a meal. For example, in the case of the giant reindeer Hamantash, a dish served by the runner-up on last year's celebrity game show, Top Chef Finland. True story. Now I move on to the versatility of Hamantashen as fashion accessories. Hamantashen take their structure from the three-cornered hat allegedly worn by the Persian meanie Haman. I say allegedly because, quite frankly, it took a long time in ancient Persia for skilled craftsmen to carve out the ancient version of the selfie, and in the ones that survived, Haman appears to be wearing a hat rather more cone-like than triangular. In any event, the three-cornered hat has been a fashion symbol ever since. In no small part due to the booming success of the chain of Sephardic bakeries in New Amsterdam, Newport, Philadelphia, and Boston, the Hamantashen hat, that is a hat based on the cookie based on the hat, has been a symbol of revolutionary garb worn by such great Americans as Benjamin Franklin and Paul Revere. It's true. Look it up. Some have also insisted that because Hamantashen is literally a translation of Haman pockets or Haman bags, we should understand ourselves to be making those. Well, what do bags, pockets, and hats all have in common? Fashion, of course, and indeed yet another example of this delicacy's versatility. For example, what are the true origins of John Galliano's hostility towards our Semitic people? Well, the truth is there's backstory. People know what I'm talking about? Nobody knows what the fashion is. Okay. I see I'm trying to go with the popular cultural reference for the kids, so I hope it's not fun. It's loud. Residual resentment toward the flaw of his early Hamantashen fashion line, which included Hamantashen-shaped bags, hats, and oversized pocketed pants. In one disastrous outdoor show in Milan, Galliano had designed the Hamantashen hat to be made out of real Hamantash, and one of his runway models was maimed when attacked by birds. This is a true story. These days, Hamantashen hats are more likely to be seen in children's pirate costumes than haute couture, but triangular ladies' purses do now and again make a comeback in fashion circles. Now, I move on to the last aspect of its versatility, and that is the versatility and the symbolic interpretation of Hamantashen meaning. As mentioned, the Hamantashen or the Hamantashen are associated, see, even I'm confused by the plural thing, associated with the major villain of biblical fame, Haman. Now, why would Jews concoct such a delightful treat that seems to pay homage to such a great villain? Well, the common answer is that the Hamantash symbolizes the Jews' defeat of Haman. But according to the famed anthropologist James G. Fraser, Jewish facing on Hamantashen actually represent the collective desire to castrate their enemies. Metaphorically speaking, of course. You guys didn't take intro to anthropology yet. In any event, the rather obvious fact has always been made by Jewish sociologists and anthropologists, such as Claude Lévi-Strauss and Marcel Mauss, rather uncomfortable, and so they constructed such theories as totem, taboo, and transference around the examples of Hamantashen. Freud himself, whose father owned one of Vienna's most renowned kosher-style Hamantashe factories, was quoted as saying, "If the Hamantash is a symbol of anything, it is the historical persistence of Jewish neuroses." Eastern European Jews attempted the transference of this symbolic act, eating one's enemy, into more palatable terms by creating the mythology of our eating Haman's fashion accessories instead. Israelis, on the other hand, not known for nuance and subtlety, created the term Oznei Haman, that is, Haman's ears, as the name for Hamantashen in modern Hebrew. Many theories for the significance of the Hamantash, and that is just what makes this superior, mythologically oriented, holiday-related food superior. And so I'll conclude with one final little known fact, that the expression, "if such and such occurs, I will eat my own hat," actually stems from the Gentile interpretation of Purim, and the prevailing myth among Gentiles in medieval Europe that Jews on this holiday did in fact eat their own hats. And so, if Hamantashen does not emerge victorious in this truly monumental struggle for supremacy, I will eat my own hat, and by that I mean Hamantash.